Have you ever pondered over the intriguing concept of God's eternality? What does it truly mean to say that God is eternal? The notion of God's eternality is a fascinating enigma, one that permeates the realms of philosophy and religion alike. When we say God is eternal, we often mean that God exists beyond the confines of time, beyond our human comprehension of what time is, a timeless entity, not bound by the past, present, or future. However, this is a concept that warrants further exploration and questioning. Could it be that God's eternality is more akin to our own existence, in that there is no moment in time when God does not exist? These are complex questions, ones that challenge our understanding and provoke us to delve deeper into the mysteries of divinity. As we delve deeper, we'll explore various interpretations of God's eternality from religious perspectives. Different religions perceive God's eternality in unique ways. Let's delve into this fascinating topic, starting with Christianity. In Christian thought, God is seen as timeless, existing in a realm beyond our human comprehension of time. God's eternality is not bound by the past, present, or future, but instead exists outside of these constraints. This notion implies that God doesn't change or age, but rather remains constant, unchanging, and timeless. The concept of God's timelessness presents an intriguing paradox, a being that is forever constant in a universe that is always changing. Now, what about the Jewish perspective? Here, God's eternality is viewed differently. Jewish thought posits that there's no time at which God does not exist. God is eternal in the sense that He has always been and will always be. This interpretation suggests that God's existence is not limited to our linear understanding of time, but rather extends infinitely in both directions. It's a concept that challenges our temporal limitations and invites contemplation on the infinite. Lastly, let's turn our attention to the Islamic interpretation. Islam views God as everlasting, without beginning or end. The Quran often refers to Allah as the first and the last, the outward and the inward, underscoring the belief in God's eternality that is not governed by worldly time or space. This concept of God's eternality echoes the notion of God being beyond human comprehension and existing in a state of perpetual existence. These differing perspectives show the rich diversity in our understanding of God's eternality. They offer us a glimpse into the profound mystery of God's nature, as interpreted by various faith traditions. While these interpretations vary, they all underscore a common theme: the transcendent, unbounded, and eternal nature of God. This concept of God's eternality, whether timeless, ever-existing, or everlasting, invites us to contemplate the divine mystery and the infinite possibilities beyond our human understanding. Even for non-believers, the concept of God's eternality can have interesting implications when it comes to historical and scientific findings. The idea of an eternal, timeless entity provides a fascinating metaphysical backdrop that can influence our understanding of the universe and its origins. It's a concept that transcends the barriers of time, space, and matter, challenging our perceptions and pushing the boundaries of our knowledge. From a scientific perspective, theories such as the Big Bang and evolution can be viewed in a different light when juxtaposed against the concept of God's eternality. Similarly, historical events and discoveries take on a new dimension when considered in the context of an eternal timeline. These intersections between science, history, and God's eternality create a complex and captivating web of understanding. They offer a unique lens through which we can explore and interpret both the tangible and intangible elements of our existence. Whether believer or non-believer, the concept of God's eternality challenges us to think beyond our conventional time-bound existence.